to Around the South.
When LSU head coach Les Miles arrived in Baton Rouge, he found the bar of expectations at an extremely high level. As if that wasn't enough, he and his staff had to deal with Hurricane Katrina and all its aftermath. The Tigers went 11-2, and that bar, it's getting higher. Even with one of the best seasons in LSU history, Les Miles still wound up getting all sorts of criticism. The one-sided whipping of Miami in the Peach Bowl calmed that a bit. But as passionate as LSU fans are about their Tigers, the critics are unlikely to ever go away completely.
I don't really pay much attention to exterior criticism. I look at my team. I look at what LSU needs for me to do, and that's how I operate. Anytime you're in any profession where you stand in front, there's going to be second guessing. You live with that. That'll never be an issue with me.
Miles clearly stands in front with this team. His first year at LSU and in the SEC in many ways validated what he's been doing all along. With you having a year in the SEC under your belt, an extremely successful year at that, how have you changed, if at all, in terms of your approach of how to prepare your team in the spring and for the offseason as you get ready for a season in this conference?
Well, I don't think there's been any change, and I think spring is it's based on what you can accomplish and how productive the spring can be, and there's a number of areas that we need to improve. It's we're not there yet, and it's obvious when you go through a spring and as you see new guys stepping into positions, but that's all a part of the process. You go through the spring and you improve in all areas, and you're working at it in the fall, and you get to game week and you hope you have your team playing well.
The off season can be as critical as any other time of the year for a football team, but a much more difficult time to stay motivated. And what about the off season through the spring and summer with all the work you guys do? What is it that you think about as you go through all of that?
Oh man, just national championship, really. Just every time, just winning one game at a time, focus on that first game, and then just keep on going, And basically, it's a lot of hard work, but it pays off. With the 11-2 record, it pays off.
As a team, we go out there and I ask everybody, did you get better today? If you got better today, you just beat Georgia or Florida. We all do that every day. I say, you got better today? They say, yeah. I say, okay. Guess what? We just beat Georgia. We beat Florida. And just going every practice like that until we get to the last practice then for the SEC championship or the national. Like, you did good today. The guy be like, yeah, I did good. You think you won today? So we just hope we're going to pay off during the season.
Well, each time frame is completely different. Spring is accomplish football skill, show your team, what your contribution can be. As soon as spring football is over, finish the semester strong academically, and start some weight strength cycle, with lifting and running, and have a great summer. And there's probably 8 to 10 starters that aren't participating this spring due to injury from last fall and possibly a surgery in some instances, and to get them all back healthy to start the two-a-day, early fall camp time frame. That's what summer's about, and then the season.
After all the drama and tragedy surrounding the start of Miles' first season at LSU, if he and his Tigers can just get to opening day without any major distractions, they should find themselves at least feeling like they'd be way ahead of the game. What are some of the things you look forward to in your second time around as the head coach here?
Well, each fall has its own completely different feel, and each team has a characteristic and a personality of its own. I look forward to taking this team in the next fall. I think the season, the schedule presents a real significant challenge to us, and that's always the fire of the fall.
The schedule will present many challenges. The Tigers' conference road games will begin with a trip to Auburn in September and be followed by games at Florida, at Tennessee, and at Arkansas. But the time to think about all of those will be later.
We have to prepare to be a good football team, and the pressure, the movement is to become the best football team we can be, and we don't have to worry about the West until we get to the fall. There's plenty of work to do before that time.
What do you think the mindset is of this team, and where do you want it to be as you get ready for the next year?
I think the mindset's really good. You know, I think we don't come in here and shock a lot of people with what we can do, and I think we got a great team, and you know, we just need to put everything together as far as offense, defense, special teams, and I think we're going to be really good.
The rest of the SEC thinks the Tigers are going to be really good too. In Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I'm Paul Crane reporting.